One of the concepts that we need to review for 7th grade math is percent of change. You're going to want a pencil, a piece of paper to probably jot down a couple small notes, and your calculator. The formula for percent of change, if you forgot, is change over original equals percent over 100. So I'll give you a moment to write that down. Change over original equals percent over 100. Example 1. Find each percent of change. If necessary, round to the nearest tenth of a percent. A sweater that was priced $45.99 is marked down to $31.50. Find the percent decrease. Okay, let's go ahead and let's write down our formula. Okay, our formula is change over original. Okay, change is how much the price changes by. So to figure out how much the price of the sweater changes, we're going to subtract $45.99 minus $31.50, and that will tell us how much the price changed by. And it changed by $14.49. On the bottom, original means the original price. So where did the price start off at? The price started off at $45.99, so we're going to put that on the bottom. Now for some of you, you can type that in as a division problem in your calculator and move the decimal point 2 places over, get your percent that way. Most of you, however, prefer to cross multiply, so I'm going to set it up that way. 100 always goes on the bottom, and then we don't know the percent, so we call that x. We can cross multiply. We get $45.99 x equals, we multiply the other diagonal, we get 1,449. To get x by itself, we're going to divide both sides by $45.99. So if I type in my calculator 1,449 divided by $45.99, I get 31.5068 and 3 or 2, so on. Okay? Now, when I get that, I'm not going to write that whole number down. So the directions say round to the nearest tenth of a percent. So the tenths place is right after the decimal point. That 5 is in the tenths place. Look at the 0 next to it. That 0 next to it tells me to keep it the same. So my percent is going to be a 31.5% decrease in price. Okay, I'm going to let you try an example problem. Please pause the computer and try doing this problem on your own, and then we'll go over it together. A store buys t-shirts wholesale for $4 and sells them for $10. Find the percent increase. So again, our formula is change over original. So to find the change, we subtract the two numbers, take the bigger number first. The bigger number is 10. 10 minus 4 gives us a change of 6. On the bottom, we always put the original price. The original price in this case is the $4, so that goes on the bottom. And that equals our percent, which we don't know, over 100. So go ahead and cross multiply. We get 4x equals 600. We divide by 4. We get x equals 150. So that is 150% increase in price. Sometimes they're going to give us the price instead, and they're going to give us the percent, and they're going to ask us to find out what the sale price is, or what the new price is. Okay? How we do that is if they give you the percent, so the regular price of a video game is $59.99. It's on sale for 20% off. You always put the percent over 100. The price that they gave us, $59.99, that's the original price, so that goes on the bottom. And then we fill in our blank space with an X. We cross multiply, we get 100X equals 1,199.8. Go ahead, divide both sides by 100. Which moves the decimal point 2 places to the left. So that gives us 11.998. Now the question's asking us to find the amount of the discount. So how much money are we taking off? So that's $11.998. However, that doesn't make sense. You're not going to go in the store and the cashier's not going to tell you, you owe me $11.99, 0.8 more, okay? No, they're not. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to round that to 2 decimals. This 8 bumps this up, so this actually rounds all the way up to $12. So it is a $12 discount. Now that doesn't mean you're going to pay $12 for the video game, although that'd be really nice. $12 is how much you get discounted. That's how much that gets taken off of the price. So to find the sale price, we're going to take the original price, which is $59.99, and then we're going to take off the $12 that we get to save off. And when we subtract, we get $47.99. That is how much they're going to charge us for the video game, $47.99. Okay, one last example. I would like you to read through this, draw a picture, try something, pause the video while you try something, and then when you're ready to go over it, unpause it and I'll go through it. The area of a piece of paper that is 8.5 inches by 11 inches is increased 50%. What is the new area? So I'm going to draw a piece of paper. This is 8.5 inches. This is 11 inches. The first word I see here is area. Okay, so I'm talking about area. Let's find the area of this piece of paper. So we're going to do length times width, 8.5 times 11. And 8.5 times 11 is 93.5, and that would be inches squared because area, square area. All right, now it tells us the area is increased by 50%. So I see a percent. I'm going to take my percent and put my percent over 100 because it always goes over 100. And I'm going to put my original area on the bottom. Fill in the blank with an X. Okay, if we cross multiply here, we get 100X equals 4,675. We divide by 100. We get X equals 46.75. That would be inches squared. Let's see if that answer makes sense. Okay? I don't want to scroll up. Okay. All right, the area of my piece of paper is increased 50%, which means it's going to get bigger. So if my area gets bigger, is it going to go from 93.5 all the way down to 46.75? No, it's not. 46.75 is actually how much it gets increased by. So if it's increasing, it's going up. So we're going to go back to our original area, which is 93.5, and we're going to increase it by 46.75. So if we take 93.5, increase it by 46.75, we get a grand total of 140.25 inches squared. So the new area would be 140.25 square inches. All right, please go to Alex. Go to your assignments on Alex, and you have a 4-question assignment to do over this that you will need to submit. Thank you.